Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Earrings Off. We want to invite you to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. You can find us on Facebook at Earrings Off Podcast and on Instagram at The Earrings Off Podcast.
Welcome to Earrings Off. I'm Lou.
And I'm Teresa. Let's get started.
Hello, Teresa.
Hello, my friend.
Hello. We are here today. It's a big day today, right? You know what today is?
Wednesday.
Teresa, we're recording our first episode of Earrings Off. You know?
Why in the world?
That's a big,
Why?
that's a big day for us. Yeah.
Why did you have to bring attention to it? Now I'm going to be all nervous.
Nervous for what? We set the day. I'm so proud of us. I mean, we set this on our calendar, and I wanted to forget it, but you said no. We said we were going to do it, so you can't be nervous. What's to be nervous about?
I'm not, but I am, because you pointed it out. I mean, I was good for doing what we do because we do it, right?
Yeah.
Don't make
But it is a big deal. I got to write this date down. What is this, November 18th? Because it's our first video.
I don't believe you.
Episode, first of many for Earrings Off. But this is our Thanksgiving episode. And we wanted to do something special because it has been a year. And I really can't believe we're almost at the end of the year. I mean, even with the pandemic, that time sort of flew by. How is that possible?
Well, I think because of the pandemic, it flew by. I do.
But
yeah,
you
because it's
so,
like
you would think so with us. I mean, we're not out and about. We're not as active. We sort of lost our schedule. You would think that time would be slower, but I haven't found that.
Think about it. What you just said is not quite true because we're even more busy. Think about it. Just today, we were saying how busy we were with all the meetings and, because we've managed to make it work in spite of.
Well, you're right. And, those meetings can take up quite a bit of your time. I'm telling you, I got invited to a meeting. I got the invite today, and the meeting was for 3 hours. And I'm going to tell you, I looked at it and I just, there's just no way. I mean, I'm like a child. You're going to have to break it up into some kind of increments, an hour here, hour there, but 3 straight hours. And really, it would probably be more. First of all, I need a lot of notice for something like that to put on my calendar. And then I have to get my mind ready for that. That's a long time. And it's grueling when you're in a meeting that long. So, Yeah. So, but maybe you're right. Maybe that's why the time is just, it's just flown by. But it has been, it's been a year, a lot for us to digest this pandemic. I feel like, the Charlie Brown cartoon. I don't know what character is it. Linus that walks around with the cloud over his head. It's like that's the way I feel about COVID. I don't care where I go, what I do. Even if I'm enjoying myself, it's there. I'm making some kind of adjustments because of COVID. And so that weighs on you after a while, you know?
Right. Yeah. I managed to, at first, around March, I was very anxious. So anxious.
Yeah. Well,
March and April.
Yeah,
very anxious. And then I have to admit, during the summer months, I actually kind of relaxed in it. Now, I did continue to practice, social distancing. I wore my mask and all those things. But somehow I managed to relax and didn't feel that cloud over me, if you will. Yeah. But now, for sure, that's a great analogy. It is like a cloud over you because, again, the numbers are through the roof. With cases and deaths. So I'm again at that anxious point and very cautious and careful. super careful,
Yeah.
with leaving the house.
Well, yeah, and I mean, believe it or not, I heard the other day about this nurse was being interviewed saying that she's so angry that some people still don't believe COVID is real, and
Oh
they're
yeah.
front lines in trying to care for people, and people they still aren't adhering to the protocol because they simply don't believe that COVID is real. Even when they come into the hospital, they're insisting that it's something else. They don't trust the health professionals because they think, we're all being played. I'm like, really? Okay.
Even when they're dying, I heard they're still in denial about it being COVID that's actually taking them out. I don't know. I don't get it. I've never been one to be a conspiracy theorist, so I just, but it's real, and you see it now more than ever.
Well, it is real. But what's encouraging is that, it seems like we may have a vaccine soon. And I'm nervous about that, excited, but also, the side effects and concerned about it being safe, but very excited and thankful that we might be out of this and more lives will be spared. So that's encouraging. But I have to tell you, I believe it's real, and I have tempered my decision making and changed how I conduct myself as a result of how very real I believe it to be. So, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But folks,
absolutely.
I know, Teresa, this may not sound like our Thanksgiving episode because we don't want to be Debbie Downer. That we are here today. It's about a week out from Thanksgiving, and that's got me a little stressed because I'm trying to figure out the eating thing. I mean, it's two of us, and we're in the pandemic, so we can't go anywhere. We can't have people in. And so I just figured, okay, we would pick up from a bar or something because we wouldn't buy this big turkey. And then I realized, no, that's not going to work because you can't pick up from anywhere. So I'm trying to figure out what we are going to do. It wouldn't be such a big deal if I could, just fix something here. But, Nasheed is insisting on he has to have turkey. He's into that. Well, it's Thanksgiving. I got to have the turkey. I'm like, can we do something? No, I want a turkey. So, and I don't want to get this big turkey and have to see it for days after that. So it's
okay.
Yeah.
It is quite all right. Allow him to do that. Because
really,
as your friend, I will definitely come over and take those leftovers off your hand.
Really?
I know how good it's going to be. Yeah.
You know what? Okay, I'm glad we have this on camera because you should be ashamed of yourself. I said that thinking, now I know you have to cook because you know you're going to have to cook. You've got people in your house, you're going to have to cook. You should be ashamed.
That's right.
Because I figured if I said that, you would just say, Lou, I got to cook. Just,
okay.
I'll aside some turkey and the sweet potato casserole that you love and all the other, your wonderful gluten-free pie so that I won't hurt. You should be ashamed. Really?
I know. You know what? I didn't think about it, though. But you're right. Absolutely.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm telling you, you know the dilemma I'm in. But it
didn't occur to me.
Oh, never occurred. You see what I'm working with, people? Never occurred to you. You know what? That would be a nice thing to do for Lou. She doesn't have. Really, Teresa. Let's work on that.
Okay, let's start over.
No, I got it on tape. Right.
Let's start over. Start over.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you guys come over and get a plate?
Oh, Teresa, that is so sweet. Thank you. You know what? That will help us out so much. You know what? Friends like you. What would I do without you? Thank you so much.
I know, man. I know. I'm so good.
I know, right? I know that halo is just walking over your head. Good job. But anyway, so we are here seriously talking about Thanksgiving, and even in the midst of everything, with the year that we have had, we're still thankful. Very, very
absolutely.
Thankful. So we're gonna talk a bit more. In the podcast, we asked some listeners to send in some subscribers are going to have their thoughts on Thanksgiving, which we hope to share with you. But right now, Teresa and I are going to kick it off with things that we're thankful for as we get ready to celebrate Thanksgiving. So, Teresa, what are you thankful for?
Let's see. I'm going to start out with my health, my family's health.
Yeah.
Just don't want to take it for granted that we get up every day, and that we that we're good. I just don't. I want to be thankful for that for us, and just be mindful that there are so many people who are sick right now, and who aren't well, and cannot get up every day. And so I don't want to take that for granted. I want to just be thankful. I'm very thankful for that, for the health for my family and all of my family, extended family and friends, and everyone. I just am thankful and just don't take that for granted.
Well, I hear you, because now with everything, you do realize how precious that is,
Mm-hmm,
and so I get that. Well, I mean, one thing that I'm thankful for during, before the pandemic, I've always been. I don't love to exercise. We had an episode where you tried to say I don't love it. I do enjoy it. I'm not going to lie. I like to go to the gym, and I like to do yoga. I like to go to my yoga studio simply because I like the way it makes me feel. I mean, seriously, I feel, the endorphins are going. I feel it improves my mood. I feel like I can conquer the world. I feel like that even if when I get home and I take a shower, I don't do a thing but sit on the sofa. I feel like if I wanted to conquer it, I'm ready. But well,
that sounds a little bit like love to me. Sorry,
it's not love. It's not love, Teresa. I do enjoy, and I enjoy the health benefits of it. I really do. So I have, I like to go to the gym. I like to go to yoga, and there's nothing, like when they say, "What's your perfect Saturday?" For me, it's getting up, and if I get to go to yoga and the gym on the same day, oh my goodness, that's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. But with this,
sounds like love.
No, it's like. But anyway, but with the pandemic, the first thing I was concerned about was, okay, I'm not going to the gym, and Bikram yoga, a lot of sweating going on in there. I can't do that. So that was no longer an option for me. And in bad weather, if it's raining or snowing, I've always just used the workouts on the cable. You pay for the subscription anyway. It's already included. So I just cue something up and you get a little cardio in. But, that gets boring after a while to do that, because I've got a few that I like and some that look intimidating. And when I see them, it's like, nah, not gonna do kickboxing. That's a little too ambitious for me. But so I'm picking and choosing. So I tend to go to the same ones that I know, that I enjoy. But one thing that I've discovered when they started saying, well, you can go outside and get some fresh air, and you're in so much, I have started walking, and I tell you, I'm enjoying it. I love to go for a walk in the morning when the air, it just seems so, fresh. There's nothing like a brisk walk in the morning. It's quiet. And I like to do the walk and walk by myself where I can just think a bit. And I have been pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoy walking. And so even when this is over with, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a part of my ongoing routine, because as you age, that's a good exercise. You're moving. It's always available to you. It's free. It gets you out in the fresh air. And I have really enjoyed that. So, and I don't know why. I never really was outside walking much. I was always in a gym or attending a class, but I like walking outside. So I've been, that's been something I'm thankful.
Yeah. sounds a lot like love, but
Okay,
I
whatever. It's not
digress.
love. It's okay. Go on.
So as cliche as it may sound, I'm really thankful for my job.
Yeah.
There are so many people who have lost their jobs.
Yeah.
There's so
A
many
lot.
people who can't work from home.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for the opportunity for both,
Yeah.
having my job and being able to work from home. The food pantry lines are so long. Many of them are running out of funding because of it. And, it's just not good for many folks right now.
Well, and you remember, Teresa, we just had a recent episode where Delegate McQuinn was talking about food deserts and the impact that, this pandemic has just had on families. So, yeah, that's very real. Very real.
Yeah. So I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful to be able to, I have donated actually to a couple of food pantries. So I'm thankful that I'm able to contribute in that way to help people. Help people out. I mean, not like I'm not a lot of money, but what I could afford, I've been able
it's much appreciated
to do that. And support.
And that's what we.
And I encourage our listeners, if there's an opportunity, because right now I really wish that I could go out and help serve the community. Yeah. But I because
with COVID,
just so many people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's concern. But you know what? It's funny you say that. And you're right. That's a tremendous blessing, because I spoke with a former colleague maybe about 2 or 3 months ago, but she and I actually worked together, I guess about 3 years ago. And she was sharing with me that where she is now, they recently cut her pay by about maybe 20%, 25%. They took a hit, and she was just sharing that, she said, Lou, I've taken a hit, and, my husband, we've had to make some different arrangements because we're all sort of concerned about this, the impact on their jobs. And so you're right. That's a very big deal. I was in a store a few weeks ago, and I said something to one of the salespeople. I said, wow, you're busy today. And she said, and I'm thankful to be busy. I'm glad I have a job. And I said, yeah, I hear you. You're right. And I was thinking that's a good attitude, because so many people have been impacted. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I've been very thankful for, my family, we suffered a pretty big loss this year. And so with that, when death occurs, you don't really know how everybody's going to react. But, I got so much support from family and friends. And so we've been able to sort of rally and, making it through. But what I'm particularly thankful for is that even in grief, when people die, people react different ways. And sometimes there's a lot of ugliness that comes out. But I have to say that in the midst of our grief, that my family, my sisters and brothers and, sister-in-laws and nieces and nephews, they turned out to be just who I thought they were. And we just relied on each other, checked in with each other. And it's just been, it's been very good and it's helped me to get through. So I'm very, very good for that. And I think we did a nice job honoring, our loved one and her passing. So I'm just very thankful that we were able to do that. Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for technology.
Right.
Because it has allowed me to keep in touch and to see my family who lives in different states. And it's allowed us to continue to be able to produce podcasts.
Right. Well, that's true.
And not see each other. Yeah. We've actually only seen each other once this year, right?
Right. And that's when you
like
came
in person
with your spacesuit. Folks, let me tell you, Teresa's got a COVID. Teresa's got a serious COVID outfit. She needs to sell that thing. I don't know. I'm telling you, I need to sell that. But go on.
You are so silly. But yeah, so technology has really, saved us and in terms of, being able to, I was able to teach my mother how to use it so that she could now turn on her tablet and we can chat over coffee.
You were worried about that.
Yeah. We can chat over dinner and over coffee now, and She doesn't like to turn it on every time. I would turn it on every time we speak. She doesn't like to do that.
She
right?
doesn't?
No, it's like, Mom, I want to see you today. Turn it on.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
At first it was a novelty and she really liked it. Now it's kind of a burden to her. It's like she doesn't want to.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
She doesn't want to do it every time.
Too much togetherness? Is that what it is?
I think it is for her. I think it is for her. But
that's funny.
But yeah, that's been really good. I FaceTime also with my daughter who's away in college.
Yeah.
So it's been it's been a very helpful tool in that aspect, right?
Yeah.
So if I can just learn how to do social media.
We're working on it. So.
Working on it. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, the last thing I want to say about that I've been particularly thankful about, I have been a little pleased with how I've been able to adapt and be flexible and change during this
pandemic. That's a good one.
Well, I mean, really, I can get a little caught up with control and, I got to have things this way and I only want to do that. But with this pandemic, it's forced me to think about, how I'm doing things, change it up some, be open to new ways of doing things. And I've been sort of pleased with myself at how flexible I've been, adaptable, and, trying to, see things as what opportunities are out there for me to seize that something I haven't done before and that I'm willing to learn, things that maybe I've gotten a little too, I don't want to say soft, but a little spoiled in certain areas, realizing, nah, that's a want. That's not a need. That's not something I need. That's just something I've gotten used to. But I'm okay. I can do without that. So that I've been very pleased with myself in that. I've been flexible and I'm okay. I can pivot when I need to. So I'm encouraged by that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, that's really what we wanted to just talk about today as we look forward to Thanksgiving, to just be reminded that even in the midst of all of this, and some people would say we've been through a storm, I certainly feel like we've been through one.
Yeah.
But even in that, there's a glimmer of the sunshine poking through. And now at Thanksgiving, this is a wonderful time to remember that and just reflect on, the good things as we go through this. So that's really what we wanted to talk about here today at Earrings Off with our first video. So, we put out a call to listeners and subscribers of Earrings Off to just share with us their thoughts on Thanksgiving. And actually, we were fortunate enough that some actually responded. So
I was gonna.
So that's good. So in addition to our thoughts about Thanksgiving, we certainly wanted to share those. So you want to kick us off?
Yeah, and I want to just say that add one more thing that I'm grateful for. I am grateful for our listeners. And I'm grateful for their response to our call to action.
Yeah.
And with that, I'll go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
The first one is from one of our faithful listeners, Miranda. Miranda says, I'm truly grateful to be alive and in good health. I'm truly grateful for the health and strength of my family members and friends. I'm proud to say that I have a living 104-year-old grandmother that is in her right mind, maybe a little slow, but still walks with assistance. God is truly amazing and awesome.
Wow, 104-year-old grandmother. Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Well, actually, Teresa, we heard from another Miranda, and she shares that in 2006, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and was on medication for about 11 years. And in 2017, her neurologist took her off medication. And Miranda shares that she is thankful to God for almost 4 years without any flare-ups.
Oh,
now, that
is amazing.
That is something to be.
That is truly something to be thankful for. Thank you for sharing, Miranda.
Because you and I talk about, we understand that we're not doctors and medication is essential, and to never disregard that. But this is a tremendous blessing when your body repairs itself to such a degree that you don't need medication or any external for it to function. So, wow, that is a blessing. That's something to be thankful.
That is.
Yeah.
From listener Renita. Renita says, I'm thankful for the maturity, grace, and wisdom God has given me. Since March of this year, my heart and spirit have stayed in a posture of humility and appreciation for the sacrifices thousands of frontline and essential workers have made on behalf of this country and on behalf of our world. Lack, nor sickness, nor death has stopped our essential workers from being there in the time of need. Prayer, faith, perseverance are the words written on the flag we now wave every day to encourage one another. The words thank you just don't seem to be big enough to express the deep depth of gratitude I feel. I will spend Thanksgiving 2020 giving back locally to my community through monetary donations and volunteering. Thanks to Earrings Off for contributing to the betterment of womankind and mankind through your insightful and informative podcast. May God continue to bless us all. What nice words, Renita. Thank you.
Yeah, so nice, because we all applaud the first responders, all the essential who have
so
just
thankful.
been such heroes throughout all of this. So wow. And I tell you, I we're human here at Earrings Off, and I appreciate, Teresa, the thanks to Earrings Off for what we're doing.
I do.
Our small part in the world, trying to just disseminate information, and people are receptive to it. So I'm thankful for that. Teresa, the next one we have is from Susan, who says that she is forever thankful for her dear husband and daughter who love her unconditionally, and she could depend on them to be there for her through thick and thin. And she says she's assured they will always be there for her. She's thankful knowing that she has her family's support throughout any challenges, successes, and they will always love her whether they agree with her or not. And she's thankful for friends who are always there to share and understand when she needs that reassurance that she's on track with both her thoughts and feelings. And she's thankful for the recent months that she's grown to a different level of understanding and have made some changes in her life. She says every day, everyone and everything, they're sincerely precious to her. And that she realizes more now than ever that she doesn't take anything for granted, and that she's far more sensitive to the needs and concerns of others. She's thankful to Almighty God, who continues to protect and watch over her family, friends, everyone, and her every day. She's just forever grateful and forever thankful. That's beautiful, I tell you, because the part where she says that she's thankful to friends who are with her, who understand and reassure her when she's on track with her thoughts and feelings. And one thing that's happened during COVID, during this pandemic, we're in so much and we're isolated and we're, we don't have our normal schedule. So many things are different. You do sometimes start feeling like, am I getting a little cray-cray in here? Am I off track with what I'm thinking or feeling? Am I going off the edge? And so to have the reassurance from people that you can be your authentic self with, that you trust, to say, you know what? No, I'm not going to say fine when you ask me how I'm doing. It's been a little rough. And for people to reassure you that, it's a rough time. You're okay. We're all feeling it. So I certainly understood that part, and that resonated with me. Yeah.
I did too, and I laughed because I related. And I do also feel the same, just as you articulated. I have to check myself, not out of disrespect. That laugh was, I don't want people to misunderstand where that laugh came from. Yeah. But that laugh came from my own self relating to that and my own thoughts. Yeah. I get it. So for our next listener is Derek. And Derek says he's thankful this year for freedom of life, the lives of all my wonderful family members, my strong aunts and uncles. Also, I'm thankful that our new president will at least listen to the needs of the people instead of what he thinks we need. I am also thankful for the beautiful turkeys and dressings that will be made this year. Man after my own heart. All right now, Derek.
I tell you. And the next one, Teresa, is from Danielle. And what she says is that she's thankful to Jesus Christ, who always shows her mercy, even when she feels like she might not deserve it. She's thankful for family who helped mold her into the person she is today and then stuck by her through the good times and the not so good times. She's thankful for good health, family and friends who listen to her problems without judgment, and a sister who can laugh uncontrollably with her, and her children who love her unconditionally through all of her imperfections. And she also said that she is thankful that she's made a new commitment to her health this year. She made a commitment to get healthier. And she has done that through consistent exercise and making better food choices. And what was profound when she shared that was that she said, I almost forgot about that because my new regimen of exercise and making better choices is now so natural to me, I almost didn't even remember it. And,
right.
Teresa, you and I talk about that, about the challenges of making better choices, or when out of habit we do things we're just comfortable with doing. But if you stick to it, that it too becomes a part of who you are. So that's she's certainly to be congratulated on
absolutely
on her health journey. Yeah. Yeah.
So the next one is from Tony, and Tony says that after a loss that her family suffered, she's grateful for the grace, strength, peace, and comfort, and thankful that we don't have to go through times like this alone, and that we have Jesus Christ to lean on.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I tell you. Amen, sister.
Amen to that one.
Yeah. And the next one we have is from Sean. She says if she had to shout out just one thing that she was thankful for, it would be her son Adonis. And Sean is a single mom, and she said, he has shown me what true love looks like in a time when she needed it the most. And certainly when you think about single parenting, that can be challenging. And sometimes when you find yourself in the midst of it, it's hard to feel blessed. But she says that she's thankful that God loved her enough to give her the honor of bringing such a beautiful child into this world. That's powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
That is so powerful.
Yeah.
That is so powerful. So our next listener is Chip, and he sent in a recording. And Chip talks about not taking anything for granted. Listen in.
Okay, what am I thankful for? When I look back over the years, I'm really blessed to be able to put my eyes on my grandchildren and still communicate with my family. We often take our senses for granted. Most people wake up each day and get bogged down with real life issues and not take the time to really understand what's important and what's the reason why we go to work each day. To me, it's using my legs, being able to walk, my eyes, being able to see, my hands being able to feel, and my ears being able to hear. Also, my mind being able to reason and understand. I'm thankful for all these things that some people take for granted. To my family, I'm Papa C, I'm Pops, Big Daddy, Daddy, Chip, Governor, and Barack. These are the things that I like hearing. So, just to name a few. I think you get the picture by now. So, I would like to say Happy Thanksgiving to all, and remember what's important.
We have another listener who sent in a recording, Stacy.
Hi, this is Stacy, and we are indeed living in trying times, but even so, there's so much to be grateful for. And I, in particular, am thankful for my health. I'm thankful for an opportunity to do work that I love. And I'm thankful for blessings that many of us may consider simple but shouldn't be taken for granted, such as food and water and shelter. And most importantly, I'm thankful for the love of my caring family and friends. I'm also thankful for the Earrings Off podcast for giving us an opportunity this Thanksgiving to reflect on what matters most. And I wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Our last one, we hear from Leona, who shares her thoughts about being thankful.
When I say I'm thankful, I really need to clarify, because the word thankful is unique to each of us. I am thankful for the love of God in my life and how He has provided everything I've needed. I am thankful that God has kept my family, my husband, my children, my grandchildren, and extended family near and far. I am thankful for good health. I am thankful also for caregivers who are working tirelessly to provide for those who are unable to care for themselves. God has given us technology to connect and to teach us. Our sermons, schools, and businesses amazingly are operating every day. Thank you, God. I am so thankful that God has kept my mind and heart open so I can continue to grow, educate, to love, and to inspire others. I am also thankful that I have common sense to separate the lies from the truth. I am thankful for obedience. I am thankful that I can still hear His voice. And you know, when I do, I have to take action.
And a big thank you to all of our listeners who participated when we requested that you send in your thoughts on Thanksgiving. And to the ones that didn't respond, we're not mad at you. You know, you're resolved listeners. And so we love you too. Just be on the lookout the next time that there's an appeal. But again, seriously, we
can't say that.
Yeah, I can too. And so, because I'm like that. People ask me to do things. Yeah. I mean to do it. But, you know, time gets away. We got so much going on. But I do.
That is why, let me just say this. That is why I'm the same as you on that. That is why we are so grateful for the responses that we did receive because of the heathens that we are.
Well said, co-host. But again, that's really all we had to say here at Earrings Off today. And Teresa and I, in Earrings Off, we wish you a very wonderful, we wish you all the best at Thanksgiving. Please stay safe. Please adhere to the protocol. and just have a wonderful time in your own way with new traditions this Thanksgiving. As you know, here at Earrings Off,
when we know better, we do better.
Take good care.